Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Maria. Today we are making DIY Dollar Tree Easter decors. Let's get to it. Okay, so our first is 10 cents for carrots. Um, these are items from the Dollar Tree, and I grabbed this rabbit and one of the wooden crates. Well, not the big wooden crates like the small ones, but this is like more of the wider one. Um, but I grabbed the bunny and I didn't want to do anything to it. I liked it the way it was. So I just took the twine off the top of that and then I got the box and I wrapped this ribbon around it. I, this ribbon is also from the Dollar Tree. So I just grabbed some hot glue. I measured the ribbon around the wooden box and then I used the hot glue to glue it in place. Okay, since the ribbon was a little longer than the ends of the box, I did cut the ends off, like in the corner, and then I bent them like in so they wouldn't like come out. But I want them to like wrap the box, if that makes sense. But I didn't. If you notice, I didn't put the ribbon all the way around. I just covered the front and the sides with the ribbon, and then I use the glue, of course, to glue that in place. Then I have picked up these shims, is what they're called, from Home Depot's because I'm doing a different craft with that. But I figured I use one to hold the rabbit in place because I'm putting the rabbit in the back. But I didn't want to just glue the bottom piece of the rabbit and then not have no support in the back. So I grabbed the shim, I glued it to the box, and then I put a little bit of the glue on the bottom because I'm gluing the rabbit like kind of inside of the box, but not quite. Like I don't want it sitting on top of it. I want it like on the inside part. So I glue that and I glue the shim to the back of the rabbit. So like I said, I wasn't doing anything with the bunny. I liked the way it looked, just the way it was. I didn't want to add any color to it or I didn't want to put a face on it, none of that. So I just added a bow. So I had this tool, of course, purple tool from the dollar store, and I just grabbed enough and I just did a cute little bow on the side of his, like tied it to his neck. I do cut some of that tool off towards the end, um, but I figured that would be cute. So these carrots are also from the Dollar Tree, and I wanted to put them in with the grass, but I figured it'd be harder for me to glue them on when the grass was already in there. So I glued them one by one onto the bottom of the wooden box. Because I put enough glue, of course, I had to hold them in place for a little bit, but this really didn't take too long. So I had 3 left over from a previous pack, and then the pack comes with 6, so I had 9 carrots in there. And then I carefully put some of the Easter grass in there just to fill the box. After I was done filling that box, I then grab a popsicle stick and I have I cut a piece of a shim, and then I have like these labels. So I just threw that on top and then I put down carrots, 10 cents. So that will complete this one. I thought this was like really simple. Um, thought it was cute. I didn't want to do anything extra. It's just something simple. Like if you guys want to do something really cute and easy and expensive from the Dollar Tree and just to decorate for Easter really quick, this will probably be it. But I have a couple other things that you can see that will also be easy for you just to decorate for Easter if you're looking for something quick. But that's how that one turned out. I thought that one was like really cute and simple. Like I said, I didn't want to do nothing else with the bunny. So this one is flowers and bunnies. So these are the bunnies with the tail on them. So I put 4 on the top and I take the tails off of this one. I measured the top because I wanted to make sure that they could sit on the box and that 4 of them will fit. They do stick out just a tad bit, but it's fine. Like, they fit perfectly. So what I did here was that I took the tails off and then I paint each of them one color. I do a yellow, I do a pink, I do a purple, and I do a blue. Okay, so once I was done painting the bunnies, I paint the crate in white. Now, I only do the front and the sides. I don't do the back. I didn't see any point of painting the back because that's not going to be seen anyway. So I just do the front and the sides. And then I grab a little bit of the paints that I use to paint the bunnies. I grab the purple. Um, I start covering the lines and then I do the pink. Then I add the yellow in the middle and then I do the blue on the top and the blue on the bottom. Okay, once I was done painting the crate, then I go back and I start to put the bunny tails back on the bunnies because now the paint is completely dry. So I go one by one, put them back, and then I grab the bunnies and then I start to put them on like put them to sit on the crate. I don't put them behind it or inside. I just have them sitting on top. So because the back is pretty thick and so is like all around the crate. And the bunnies are but so thick, but they fit perfectly onto the crates, like on the back of the crate. So they do sit on there. And then I grab some of my floral foam. This is from the pack of 4 that I told you guys about. And I do add the glue. I should have put that in before I put the bunnies because once the tails were on, it was kind of hard for me to put the floral foam in without trying not to knock down the tails, the bunny tails. But yeah, I put that in really quick and then I put some glue in there and I glue that in place so I know it's not going to move. And then I started to put these flowers on. Now, because I wanted you to see the bunnies, I didn't want to use the whole stem, so I just took the flower off the stem and then I pushed them onto the floral foam. And I didn't put a lot of flowers, it's like 6, 7, and I put like 2 of the lavender ones, really nice on the side. But that was like something small, cute and simple. Like I said, something like a fast decoration for Easter if that's what you're looking to do. Just to decorate for the weekend if you're having a small get together, that would look really cute for that. But that completes this one. On to the next one. Okay, so this one is Leaping Bunnies. So I was gonna do this totally different when the idea came to mind, but I didn't want to um how can I say it? I was gonna glue it onto like a canvas and then write the leaping bunnies and put the grass and stuff on the bottom. But I seen these boxes and I was like, you know what? That's pretty cute because it can stand on its own. I don't have to worry about doing something for the canvas to stand on. So I grabbed this and this one was like it was already open on the top, so I didn't have to cut it open on the top, which was perfect. But if you need to, you just have to open up the top just a little bit. So I have this cardstock. So I measured that in place, like the size of it, and then I glue that in the front. Instead of having to paint anything like that and do like a couple coats, I figured why not just put the paper on top and then go like that way. And then I have this wire. So these bunnies, it's like a garland. It's from the dollar store. Um, And there's two of each color, but I only use three, and it has like cute little beads on the middle, like in between them. So I grab the wire and I start to put it through the bunny. And because the wire was not straight, 'cause I was trying to like bend it a little bit, it kind of caught a curve, so it didn't go straight into the bunny, but it still went in, from one end to the next. Then I put a bead in between. I put the second bunny. I used another bead, and then I put that into the third bunny, which is the pink one. So once I put that in place, then I was putting it around the top of this box. This is like one of those standing frames, and they have a design on it. So I like the design on the side. Um, but like I said, I didn't want to use the front and the front. I just covered it with the white cardstock. So once that was like, I put the bunnies on, I then grab like one end of the wire and I glued that on one side. And then I used the hot glue to glue the other side into the box. I'm gonna call this a box because it's like a box frame anyway. So I then closed this part. I used the hot glue to close that in place. And then I grabbed some more cardstock and I glued that in the inside. Nobody's gonna see that, but I wanted to cover it, I guess just to cover the wire in the inside. But I cut that in place and then I glue it in there with some more hot glue. So once I was done with that, I then work on the front. So I had these letters that I bought some time ago, and I've been organizing my craft room, and I said, I can use this for something. So I grabbed my green paint, my DIY paints. This is Monet's Garden, and I grab my paintbrush and I start to do the grass. I don't do a lot. I just do like a little bit, and I just paint it just to make it look like grass. And then I grab the paintbrush and the same paint colors that I use on the other bunnies, like for the crate, I used on here to make flowers. Once I did, I think I just used the pink, the blue, and the purple. And I did four colors, like four flowers of each color. And then I used the yellow for the middle. This was really simple. Like, you don't have to do this. This is just my preference. So if you want to do something cute and simple, this will probably be nice and easy for you to do. So once I was done painting my flowers on there, I grab my letters and I take the letter L out. So like I said, I'm leaving bunnies on this. So I take the letter L and I write in the remaining letters, and then I use the letter B, and then I write in the remaining letters. So I'm using the Sharpie pen, which is the fine point Sharpie. And then after I'm done writing in the bubble letters, I then go back with my Sharpie, like the thick Sharpie, and then I fill in the letters. Because I want them to be filled in, of course, but I didn't want them to be like thin. So that's why I did it this way first, and then I went back and then used the Sharpie to write it in. So I feel like sometimes if I write it in, the Sharpie would bleed a little bit, but I felt like this was, I don't know, better for me. It could be easier for you if you decide you want to use the actual Sharpie right before you use, like instead of using the Sharpie pen and then going over it with the Sharpie. But that's how I wanted to do it. You can always also use the Cricut and then print out however you want it and then put it on here as well instead of writing it in using the one letter the way I did. But this one completes this craft. If you stay to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. To the next one. Bye.